Hello, everybody. Just in case anybody missed my previous posting and announcement, Jennifer and I are on a 18-day cruise to South America on Princess Cruise Line, and we are going from out of Los Angeles to Punta Arenas, Costa Rica, Manta, Ecuador, Lima, Peru, Pisco, Peru, La Serena, Chile, and Santiago, Chile. Sorry for those of my Spanish friends who might know I butchered those last two names, but that's okay. This video is the first leg of that, days 1 through 9, and a little bit of the morning of the 10th. Didn't have a chance to upload a video when I was in Punta Arenas, so this is I'm currently in Manta. And so this video is a video that I compiled over the last couple days that we've been traveling. Good morning, everybody. We are sailing along the coast of Mexico. Can't see it. It's out there somewhere. But the seas are really calm. I'm doing my morning walking this morning. Trying to get at least 5 miles a day in while on the ship. Been able to do that the last 3 days, which has been great, but just wanted to show you how peaceful the seas have been. It's been like this for the last 3 days, so no problem walking on deck because there is nothing moving except the ship through the water. Hey everyone, we have a beautiful sunset tonight. I thought I'd share it with you. The sun goes down here on the beautiful Sapphire Princess after the end of another long day. There goes the sun down over the horizon. It will soon be gone. The sun sinks into the sea. Another view of that evening sky now that the sun has gone down a little bit. Very beautiful colors. If you have never been on a cruise ship before, just a little bit about some of the activities. On the cruise ship, oftentimes they have a enrichment series, which is like a class that you can go to. On this cruise ship, there's a enrichment series on aviation. On a cruise ship, they're doing aviation. It's been really cool. The gentleman is a 34-year airline pilot who has worked crash investigations, was a military aviator, has a lot of different certifications, and so he's been able to bring a lot of interesting topics to the cruise ship. He did a crash investigation of the flight in New York that landed on the river, and talked about that, the issues that were found with the Boeing 737 MAX, and what a public relations nightmare that was more, the findings were that the two crashes that were back-to-back on that, that ended up being that airline grounded for 20 months was actually both pilot error, because they did not follow any of their training that they had received on the aircraft. He's done a couple on dirigibles, including the Zeppelin, and just a real interesting presentations. In addition, during the day they have activities such as games that you can play. Jennifer's been doing lawn bowling and putt-putt and ring toss and bing bang throw, things like that. And they give away wonderful prizes, i.e. coasters. I've joined her for a couple of those. They also have shows in the evening. Some of the next video that I'm showing you is from a couple of the shows that we've gone to. And of course, there's always eating. So there's the restaurants, then there's also the buffet. So you can have a sit-down restaurant at a elegant restaurant, or you can go up to the buffet and have whatever you want to eat. Both are very fine dining options. We've been doing a little bit of both, mainly eating in the dining room for dinner and sometimes breakfast, but then mainly the buffet for lunch because it's quick and we're normally trying to get to one of the activities. And so we've been scheduling our day like that. Of course, I'm trying to get my miles in. I said in my introduction video that I was trying to do 5 miles a day. I've got 5.5 most days. The last couple days I've got 3.5. But mainly one was in Punta Arenas and didn't get my 5 miles in there, and then yesterday just ran out of time. It is what it is. I'll make up for it, and if I don't, I don't. Thanks for joining me.
In Rocky 2 and Rocky 3, after he'd been punched enough times, you couldn't understand what he's saying. I only knew through context what he was saying. Remember his wife wanted him to quit fighting because he'd been punched so much? He's like, you can't do it, Rocky, you can't do it. He's like, you, marry me, you, marry me. You know it. You. This is what I do. I'm a fighter, Adrian. I'm a fighter. I don't fight no more. That make me just. I miss good music. I miss good music like we were doing up here. That was a lot of fun. I remember a time when you go into a club, you hear a song like this. I'm not going to sing. So I want you to listen just for a little bit. Just a snippet. Oh, look at the pretty lady's head in here. Every one of them.
The next set of videos are from Punta Arenas, Costa Rica, and Jennifer and I went on an excursion with the Princess Cruises, and on the excursion we went to the Sloth Sanctuary, a botanical gardens where they had orchids, and we also went to an ox cart factory, and then we finished up with had lunch and gift shopping. Because of traffic, ended up getting back late to the ship, but there were other excursions that also got caught by the traffic, so the ship waited for us. It didn't leave us behind, which was a good thing. So here are the videos I did from Punta Arenas. Hey everybody, welcome to Costa Rica.
Hello everyone.
The ship just let us off and we're on a bus. We are doing a tour today. I'll get some pictures. We're going to a sloth sanctuary, a botanical gardens, and an ox cart factory. So I'll get pictures and share along the way. But this is our one tour that we're doing on this cruise. We may do another one, but right now this is the only one we have scheduled. But it is a very beautiful day here in Costa Rica. The seas are very calm. They're very calm, and it's quite warm out there. So I won't say how warm because I don't want to make my friends in Ohio jealous. But
that it's 80 degrees.
Jennifer, thanks, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
But we will talk more when we get to the first stop. The first stop on our tour today is at the animal sanctuary. And we're here to see sloths, but also there's these beautiful macaws they have here in the entrance. I thought I'd show them to you. Here's our first sloth of the day. You can see them laying up here in the tree. This is actually a mama and a baby. You can see the mama here. Go around to the other side and maybe get a better view from over there. You can see the face of the sloth. And go around to the other side, and we've got to keep moving. There's a toucan that is here in the animal sanctuary. He was previously a pet, but he is now here a resident.
His name is Buddy.
His name is Buddy. Guide here just had the
Yeah, so how
color monkey.
yeah,
So he's
a lot
hanging
of
here
animals
from
here
the
had a difficult life, so that's the reason
the
they are here.
fencing. Yep. Really colorful green parrots here. They they're very vocal, and they've been doing some talking in Spanish. There's another sloth, and that's a baby right down at the bottom there. And mama's climbing up a little bit higher. But the baby's holding on to the tree right there. You can see him moving. Pretty cool. So now you get a chance to see the baby sloths. There's a little one down by the ground holding onto the tree. He just climbed up there. Look at those nails. His toenails there. Oh, got a treat. Ooh. Oh. I'll just lay here and eat. And then over here on the branches, we have some more hanging up here, a little bit bigger one than that. But this is the baby sanctuary.
Those are two tones, and those are two tones, and the other one has more like light, more matte.
Mm-hmm. This one, I think I would make an official member of my sloth hiking team. He'll get there when he gets there, just like me. They're getting hibiscus flowers. Oh, here, feed me.
Just put it in my mouth.
Yeah. Oh, eat it. Oh, yum.
Oh, so beautiful. Hello, baby. Don't get scared, you.
A close up of some of the other babies. There's two there. And we scroll over here. There's two more. And then the little guy that was on the ground over here. You might be wondering how they get all these little baby sloths. If a mama sloth drops her child and it falls out of the tree, she will not go back to retrieve it. It is left to fend for itself. Often it will not survive. So if people are hiking and they find these abandoned sloths, they'll pick them up and they'll bring them to the animal sanctuary. We will raise them up and then release them. The issue is, oftentimes the babies that they find are not really abandoned, because the other thing that happens is when a sloth needs to go to the bathroom, it does not do it from the tree. It actually climbs down from the tree, digs a hole, and uses the bathroom. So they do that because if they just went from the tree, there would be a pile of whatever they let out, and that would allow their predators to find them easy. So they actually climb down and dig a hole, bury it. So just like the member of the sloth hiking team did when he was hiking. The problem is that the baby sloths do that as well, and so oftentimes the hiker will find a baby sloth that is just using the bathroom and is going to go back up with mom, but it hasn't made it there yet. And so not a good idea for it to be picked up, but the hiker doesn't know that and picks them up thinking they're abandoned and takes them away from their mother. At least they end up in the sanctuary where they can be raised and then let go. For those of you who are interested, the process of the sloth going to the bathroom is about once a week, or maybe even a little longer. because it takes them all day to climb down out of the tree, go to the bathroom, and then get back up into the tree. Another look at some of the beautiful macaws they have here at the animal park. This beautiful pair up here. Imagine calling tech support that your internet isn't working, and they come out and find this guy sleeping on top of your router. That would be an interesting day for the tech support.
A magnet, that's all you need. Yeah.
I thought it was very fitting to do the sloth sanctuary as our first excursion, meaning that I hiked for 7 months, and as part of the sloth hiking team, Jennifer was really hoping to be able to pet a sloth, but they don't let you that close to them, not because they're vicious, but because they do have carry diseases, and so they don't want you petting them. But it was really cute seeing them. And on to the next stop. The next stop that we have is the orchids, and so we're here in the orchid in the
Bird nest durian, something like that.
botanical gardens, and some of the plants.
Amplify like an earth right? So it goes up
Mm.
and through. Yes.
We'll be going seeing orchids, so I'll have pictures of those too. Here we are in the orchid house. Beautiful orchids. Some cactus. The next stop we're going to make, or stop later, is seeing how they make ox carts. So this is an example of an ox cart, and we'll go see how those are made a little later in this trip. These are orchid trees. They actually grow from the ground, tall like this. Some more of the beautiful orchids. First Jen said, "Can we buy orchids here?" I said, "No, that would be too hard to get through customs. Too hard to prove that it's okay for them to go through. If we did, we'd have to be like in test tubes, and then you have a hard time getting those to grow. We tried that once in the past. Don't want to go through that again. But beautiful orchids here that we get to see." Our next stop on the tour is the ox cart factory. So we are entering the ox cart factory, and I will do some video from here. What one of the ox carts look like. We'll be going into the factory soon, but this was out front. I figured I'd get a picture of this, or a video of this, while we were still out here. This is showing how they put the ox cart wheel together. It's actually 16 slices that they put together and then put a hub through it.
Like 57 years ago, and in 15 years.
So when they built this 100 years ago, it was all hydraulic.
People tonight been working with their song. He said that this place.
Hydraulic runs tools like this 1928 bandsaw used to cut wood, as well as other tools. Everything comes through the energy comes through from the water wheel on this yellow shaft and feeds all the tools here in the shop that they used to build the ox cart when they originally started. You can see over here drill presses and other tools as well that are all ran from those belts that come from the water wheel. An example of one of the wheels that has been put together before it's been painted. So they cut the metal ring 2 centimeters smaller, larger than or smaller than the wheel. They heat it up, it expands. They put it on, and then they shrink it with cool it with water to shrink it onto creating a very tight fitting wheel. So here's one of the artists actually painting a tray, the same way they would paint an ox cart. Our last stop before heading back to the ship is this restaurant. So we went through and got dinner here in the restaurant. Traditional Costa Rican meal, beans and rice and a meat dish. They also had plantains and things like that, and a salad. And then after the dinner, you can go right across the street to the gift shop, and we went through the gift shop, and Jen picked out a couple things, and we're just sitting here waiting for the bus to head back to the ship. So we'll be going back to the ship soon. It's already 5 p.m. It's already 5 p.m., so it's going to be close to 6 probably before we get back to the ship. And they sail at 6:30, so it's going to be a tight schedule. Hey everybody, we just got back to the ship. It's after 7 o'clock. The ship was supposed to leave at 6:30, but we're still in port because not all the different cruise excursions got back. So our bus just got back, 7 o'clock. There's actually 2 others that were coming. It looks like one of them has now arrived. So we'll be leaving port soon, but just thought it was pretty cool that it's not town here after dark. So I wanted to show that. Because we got back late, I'm not going to be able to put this video up before we leave, and I won't have any internet while we're at sea. So when we get to the next port, one of the first things I'm going to do when we get to town is upload this video. So it'll be a few days late, but then I'll have some more from that video from that town as well. Hopefully I get to upload it before we leave the town. Talk to you guys later. Bye. So as you can tell, we had a great time in Costa Rica. The next leg of the trip, going down to Manta, Ecuador, we actually crossed the equator, and in doing that, they have a thing they do called the equator crossing ceremony, and it is to ask King Neptune permission to cross the equator. It is a kangaroo court for those who are new to crossing the equator, and normally ends up in like a food fight. So for those of you who did 4-H camp, this would probably look somewhat familiar, but I did include the whole thing. Feel free to zoom ahead. I think the only thing that's left after that is a beautiful sunset that we had last night. But I just wanted to share the festivities with you, some of the things that go on. Hey everybody, today we're doing the equator crossing, and they're going to do the equator crossing celebration, and I will record some of that for you. Wanted to show you this here. Right down there behind the pole in the red shirt, that's Jennifer, front row. Oh, that person just moved out of the way. So Jennifer's front row down there for the celebration. I was in an enrichment lecture, so I didn't make it down in time to get it see with her, but that's okay. I can record from up here on the very top deck, and we'll do some recording for you. So we're crossing the equator today, and that celebration starts in about 7 minutes, and I'll let you know when we do that. So about 30 seconds before the equator crossing ceremony, and let me zoom out here. You can see all the people up here and on the 2 decks waiting for the ceremonies to begin. Sorry about being a little shaky. It's quite windy out here. Here comes King Neptune. And his entourage.
The ladies rise for the royal procession of King Neptune and Queen Dorothy. Please, let's hear it for King Neptune and Queen Dorothy. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the official ceremony of the Sapphire Princess, an old tradition performed at sea many years. A ceremony when we, guests and crew of the ship, must ask permission to cross the equator. We have invited the courts of the ocean aboard the ship, as we have learned that several guests have broken few rules and must face the challenges. You, the ship's company, will decide their fate. Guilty or not, you must choose. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your attention is demanded for King Neptune, his queen, and the royal court. Hear ye, we gather here on this most auspicious occasion to pay homage to King Neptune, ruler of all oceans, sea and waterways. Neptune is here today to invite into his realm the lowly and scurvy pollywogs who have until this day never crossed the equator. To see justice done in a most orderly manner for all passing, be they good or bad, by members of the ship's company and guest alike. All must suffer under the law of the fish, and justice will be done. And now, King Neptune, your subjects await
Captain, officers, and crew of the Coral Princess.
This isn't the Coral Princess, you fool! This is the Sapphire Princess!
Oh, yes, sorry. Let's try again. Here we go. Yes. It's very windy. Captain, change direction. King Neptune and his double band, lords of the oceans, wide and deep, with laws and rules that fishes keep. A court aboard your ship I brought to help me judge the offender's thought. First, meet my queen. She's full of grace. She swims like a fish. You can tell by her face.
Sire, you compare me to a fish. I have an instinct friend that thinks I'm quite the dish. But we have matters to attend. Your offensive ways we must end.
That's me, sir. Indeed, my queen, You're always right. Behold these guests. A sorry sight. Their crimes to judge this sunny day. I hope the price isn't too high to pay. Clerk of the court, where you might be. Justice be done, all to see.
Neptune, ruler of the main, we gladly welcome you again. The pollywogs will now assemble, and at your feet will be no doubt tremble. Before you die must all be judged, and if found guilty, duly fledged. Treat them gently if you please, with all the tradition of the seas. And when you are sure that all is fine, permit them to all stay across your line.
Thank you, sire, for this greeting. At this full seafarers meeting, your service to ourselves and state has been pretty good of late.
All hail the ship's official.
Hang on. I now declare these equator trials officially open.
Clerk of the court, step forward. Thank you. Many crimes being committed this day. I ask you now to read the charges thus. Justice is done for them and for us.
Bring on the first defendant. What is the guest known as? Tanya.
Tanya, step forward.
This lady's been seen by everyone here, drinking champagne and guzzling beer. Not a crime, it's true, and that's her plea. But it only happens when the drinks are free.
A crime both sad that much troubles me. And very deep will live for the people to see.
How do you plead? Take her away and sentence her!
This hair looks very good. Thank you. You're guilty. And what other medicine of the deep have you for me? Bring forth.
Bring on the next two defendants. What are the names of both of these guests? Matthew and Neil. These two may have a nature that is terrible such. The crime I am referring to is that you both complain too much. All the time you complain the ping pong balls are too small. You can't play on the stage and the staff are too tall. The toilet isn't mineral water and the beds are too hard. You keep getting lost and casino won't deal your card.
The crime I see is a common charge. True. But very big. I think wrong from you.
How do you both plead?
What do you think, everybody? Guilty or guilty? They are guilty. Thank you. You're guilty.
Bring on the next defendant. Where is the guest known
Sorry about
as
the wind noise and the
Lucy?
shakiness, but it is windy out here, and that's leading to both of those.
You have been charged with a grave and fishy crime. That is prankery. At night, you have not been seen by all. Down corridors fast because you're so small. The room service orders have taken your sight. Filling in every box does not make it right. Your days are spent in sweet revelry, making trouble for all before afternoon tea.
Well, young woman, you seem so sweet, but I cannot judge. Your fate, you must meet.
How do you plead?
What do you think so far, princess? She is guilty. You're guilty. Thank you.
Bring on the next defendant. Where is the guest known as Tracy? This one has been seen taking the lift. Her destination, the gym. Well, this does not fit. Confused and amazed, she wandered the deck. For number 13, she took quite a trek. But asking the staff, her most fateful of crime, when looking at the photo, says, which one is mine? How do you plead?
What do you think, everybody? Guilty, no guilty? She's guilty. Thank you. She's guilty. Bring forward the next one.
What is this person's name they go by? Gareth. You have been charged. You have been charged with the most serious crime. The crime which is gluttony. To the dining room you have been witness to come for 3 meals a day. Breakfast, dinner, luncheon. The rising call has been where you stay. Between meals and at rest. Have you nothing to say?
This is totally ridiculous.
How do you plead? Wait 1 more second. Sean, another offense. 1 more crime to add. You have no defense. A second ocean medallion confirms this is true. 2 dinners in a single evening.
I see that room service you must have enjoyed. Too much so, I fear. With fire we have toyed.
How do you plead?
Thank you. You're guilty.
King Neptune, you now have all accused.
Not fine. Not fine. My dear sir. Sorry, you have not yet brought us those who have been sent for business as a company. vessel has a staff that must bow. Churches are secret, but my permission to work is what they do not want. Bring forward the members of your ship's company crew. Bring forward the polywog, which belong to you.
I now bring to you members of the Sapphire Princess crew.
Good space. Big seats. I'm going to stay with I have a solution. Work. They must kiss.
You what?
I present you Gladys, my lovely pet. Now, kneel before me. I'm just one on the left.
Kneel. Is the fish? Is the fish? Is the fish? Is the fish?
It's that fish.
I think also they should be the fish. Kiss the fish! Kiss the fish!
It's the fish. It's the fish. It's the fish.
Kiss the fish!
It's the fish.
Well, the fish will kiss you.
Kiss the fish.
I see no feet. I see the feet to let them away. But I've surgeon and nurse, so eager to play. Now, to all of you, I'll help you pay. The crimes are not bad, but you shall still bleed. Please. Thank you. Thank you.
Our job is done, our time is short, so we will close this messy court.
Your ceremony is almost through. But one more thing we'll almost do. A hurry deal. We must inspect her. She's not right here. It's Assistant Cruise Director Rachel.
All for the cruise scheduled all day with bingo and trivia, making me host but not play. Upon her meals, she wears both country. Let's see how she fares when she plays across my knee.
Guard, seize her and take her to the surgeon's table. Before I leave, I now order the rest of the podium to pay their debt to the king. Take or leave it, I'm bound to thee. Debt to me, my promise of king. Guards, please, to the podium. Thank you very much. We can stop now. There is no better vessel, I confess. I bless your ship, the Sapphire Princess. Ladies and gentlemen, officially, the Sapphire Princess has been granted to cross the equator. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you around the ship. Bye.
That is the equator crossing ceremony. We have not officially crossed the equator. We are still about 2 degrees north of the equator, so it'll probably be sometime later this evening. If I possible chance, I will actually come up and film while we cross the equator. There's nothing to see, but I will try to be up on deck. For those of you who have went to 4-H camp, you can see what I was talking about, the shenanigans. Very much reminiscent of 4-H camp, but that is their equator crossing ceremony. As I said earlier, didn't get a chance to record when we actually went across the equator. Of course, there was nothing to see, and in fact, we did it after midnight, so that it would not have it would have been dark out and just been a black sky. But having a great time. I wanted to share the sunset before we leave, and everybody have a great day, and thank you for joining me. I'm not sure when my next video will be out, but I will put one out maybe when I get back to port tonight, a little bit of the town of Manta. If not, it'll be a couple days. Thanks, everybody. Beautiful sunset tonight behind the clouds. It's going to come back out soon, but sun will be down very soon. You can see it's another beautiful sea day. Very flat seas. And hardly any rocking at all today. Beautiful sunset this evening. Sunset looks weird tonight with those clouds and they're disappearing, and you can see it's coming through the clouds. It's amazing that in just about 3.5 minutes it went from being above that cloud, between those two clouds, to now almost completely gone. Another beautiful sunset here on the Sapphire Princess. Everyone have a good night. Thanks for joining us. You can tell from the length of this video, I should have uploaded or created a video long ago and uploaded it. Sorry about that. We are enjoying ourselves. I will try to definitely to put out videos more frequently so that they're not an hour long. And thank you for joining me, guys.